Hello everyone, Vetcos here. Happy Sunday to all, and '07 as well. I thought I was prepared for my mission, but apparently I was not. So, before I can start doing my mining, I have to get some crews. I thought I had bought some. Apparently, I failed in that mission prep. All my ads. But, oh, thank you, Timbo, thank you. So the goal for today is one, I'm going to use the Golem, the Drake Golem, to do my space mining. I have 10 additional cargo pods on my Crusader C2 Hercules. So we're going to load the Golem into the Hercules, fly around, find some asteroids to mine, and, well, mine. And hopefully encounter no bugs. We'll see. Discard that. I'm going to try and see how I do. I did watch a YouTube video this morning, actually, before I went to my church, saying that, oh, if you're going to be mining in the Nix system, it's probably not a good idea to use the Golem because it has a higher, I think it's instability, and I forgot something else. But it's not a good thing to have. So we shall see how this goes. Alright. Buy a couple of these bad boys, just in case I get thirsty. And we'll change up the flavors. Everyone, you never want to have the same flavors. Alright, that's enough. I doubt this, even with the 10 to 12 pods that I have, it's going to take that long that I need that much food and water, but we'll see. I've not done a whole lot of mining, only because it's like, I've not done any mining in Nix. Most of my mining has been in Stant, and the concerns I have is with mining, it's a mixture of, like power or management. Do you have enough power in your ship in general? Finding the right size asteroids. I have the Regolith company's website up, so we're actually going to pull up data, and we're going to pull up rock types by location. No, I don't want that. I want something a little bit different. I think it's rock types. Yeah, rock types. And we're strictly sticking with the Nix system. Alright. I got my chart up. I'm not targeting a particular mineral. It's just about, relaxing on a Sunday. See if it's a little profitable. I usually prefer salvage work because I think that's quite possibly the most relaxing industrial work you can do because you're just scraping panels or ships. Now you can, remove a lot of components from ships. But the issue is the time to profit isn't as good in salvage yet. So, I don't have much space on that side. Let's go on this side. So this is my Golem. It's actually the Teach's Special. So I forgot what the difference is, but there's some slight component differences between this and a stock Golem. I'm not overly worried about making money right now in the game because there's that looming belief that there's going to be a wipe in the near future. Probably in the next couple months, maybe. Alright, let's put on power engines. Hey, kitty. You wanna come up here? You wanna be my co-pilot? Nope, she doesn't want to be my co-pilot. Alright, let's back out. Now, I know the ship fits in the Crusader. I have never personally done this. So, let's see if my ability to finesse is there. Let's lower down acceleration. Oh, not that much. I forgot if you... Alright, can't do it manually. There's the pods right there. Alright, nice, nice. I do have my landing gear down still, so... I'm clear, I'm clear. I'm clear. And that's a cat behind me, scaring the crap out of me. And gentle. And we are down, power off. And I forgot to get the damn cruises and put them in my storage right there. But whatever. Let's go do that right now. So this should take, you know, I would say maybe a good hour or two of mining before calling it a day. Are you okay there? You have I offered you my lap and you just said no, so what is wrong with you? Huh? Was ist los? Sustenance. There we go. Now we have some beverages. Boop, 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 boop. I do love the Hercules. I am afraid. I am kind of sad that if and when they do this wipe, I will lose my Hercules and I'll have to save up the 18 million to get it again, but it's okay. Really, until salvage becomes, you know, profitable again, I probably won't really need it that much. I didn't really use this that much. Okay, that is closed up. Very nice. Put these bad boys in Damnia. Never trust the elevators, and also they take forever. I don't even know. Does this ship have storage? It does. So I haven't seen this with all of my ships, but a good few have had it where there's a SRT not module, what the canister, and fuses are in there. So I'm going to pocket those just as an in case. I never understood with this ship why, if it's only like a crew of 2, it's a cargo ship. Not that. I went to the wrong one. It's here. Why we need this absolute plethora of gun racks. That's what, 1, 2, so that's 2, 4, 6, 8. That's 16 long guns. And 3, 6, 12, 24 pistolas. And, okay, it doesn't allow for anything in there, so that's still a lot. For a pure cargo ship. Now, the combat variants of the ship, of course, makes sense. Don't argue that one bit. So, alright, power on. These are on. So I might flounder a little bit because I did fiddle with the controls. I changed some of my mapping, so I may very well have brain farts. And that might cause me to do something really, really stupid. We shall see. Alright, coolers are good, good. Components, all good. I don't even know where the engineering terminal is. Alright. That camera angle is damn weird. Alright. Let's go out and scan.
Landing gear up.
Put ourselves into some nav mode to get us a little bit more distance from Levski. Put you in cruise control. I don't have cruise control. What? Oh, I forgot I mapped cruise control to something else. What did I map cruise control to? Nope. Nope. This button? That button. Haha, I remembered. Okay, we... Terranite, Bexlite, Gold, Hephaestonite. The other good thing about mining in Nyx is the refinery here has nothing but positives, I believe, for refinement, so you don't have to worry about any debuffs to that. Okay. Look at how beautiful the ship is. I mean, it nosedives like a mother, but I just love Crusader. Alright, let's start scanning. Turn off cruise control so I don't end up killing myself. Well, we got a pip right there.
Shields on.
Now the purpose is not necessarily to like constantly dock with the Crusader or anything like that. It's meant to literally just keep this bad boy out in space so that I can didn't mean to press that button. It's so that I can have it where I don't have to go back to Levski to drop off everything. I can drop it all off right here. So hopefully it goes faster. But we'll stop at this little asteroid right now. It's an 1850, so it's an M-type. Yep, M-type. Alright. We'll stage vehicle right here. Very good. And we shall head on down to the Golem. I do have a prospector, which supposedly is a better fit for mining in Nyx, but because there's issues with the interface and there's not the physicalized parts and whatnot, like, I just didn't want to deal with it. And also, I've never flown the Golem. And I just realized I got into the ship and I need to get out and open up the damn back door. You silly goose, you. I swear I've played this game for more than a few weeks. Hello, kitty. Here, do you want to sit on my lap while I mine space ore? Your foot is blocking my mouse. I cannot move. Okay. In reality, would this be better with the 2-person crew? Probably, but then you gotta share money. And then also, someone is... Oh. A little bit too much thrust, a little bit... Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. There we go. With someone sitting in the ship, you know, they might not be as entertained by having to be stuck in the ship delivering the cargo, but that's where a ship like the Mole would come into play, but I don't have the crew big enough for a Mole to be properly fielded. And I know you can solo the Mole. I have done it. I am horrible at it. So, alright. Your ship is secured, so we should be relatively safe. I mean, this is a monitored system, so pirates should be at a minimum, but doesn't mean there are none. Slow it down. Don't want to crash into a asteroid, because that would be rage-inducing. Okay. We do have a surge and a focus. Okay. We have Terranite, which I'm familiar with, and Taurite. It's a modest asteroid. We'll knock this bad boy out. Get into the optimal window. Lower power. Now you can see that optimal window is rather narrow. Oh, it grew a little bit. Okay. Let's crank up the juice a little bit. Oh, there we go. I was outside the maximum range. Oh. Gotta be a little bit careful. Now we gotta finesse. Finesse! Gentle. Oh my god, the instability on this thing is serious. Good break. Alright, let's see. That is... okay, it's still usable ore. Yeah, it is. There we go. On that, I will take it. I don't even know how much Taurite is worth, but we'll find it out at the end. We'll wait. That being... It's only one, so I'm not going to worry about that for... I can mitigate the amount of... Alright, 1900. That should be an E-type. Let's see what that bad boy has for us. Yep, E-type. And in all honesty, if I come to the conclusion that using a mothership in this gameplay isn't really all that beneficial, then what I might do is also use the same containers. The good thing about this new, what's it called? Like with 4.4 and 4.5, aluminium, and only aluminium, that's not going to be much. We're not going to worry about aluminum. You can load and unload without having to go into your actual station, into your actual hangar. So you just have to. I could just literally just take my cargo pods, drop them down, bring up some new ones. The only problem is you can't tell which ones are used or not. Or full. That's the only problem. With using a mothership, I can kind of control the organization, and I know what has been filled up and what has not. I am so used to my countermeasures being on my left hand. Now they're on my right hand. Now they're on my left hand. I got an 1850 and an 1850, so those are again M types. Let's see if they have anything good. The boy is defending the property. Can't see him, but there's a kitty cat defending my land. Yep, M types. I will say the ship does have instability going for it, so switching to fracture mode. Take it easy. Agricium, and Tornite. And this is a 30. Let's see if I can crack it. Let's lower the power. Slowly increase. I'm in the optimal window. Medium should be possible. Come on. Am I not in the window? Because it's not really... Let me test something more. There we go. I was not in the optimal window yet. Gentle, gentle, gentle. Gentle. Lower power a little bit. Gentle. Caress it now. Lower power a little bit more. Gentle. Gentle. There's gonna be a lot of me just saying the word gentle a lot. I apologize. Alright, let's see what we got. Ugh, 29% inert. Let's see if there's anything better. 27. 1. And 11. That's all. You gotta look at the total SCUs. So, I don't know about that one. That one seems a bit excessive. We got 5% seems okay. I know I'm gonna have to accept some. I just don't know about 29%. 1% and whatnot, I can handle that. Pushing in. Do I have to fracture that again? No, I don't. Oh, okay, I just wasn't close enough. Okay, well, we are at capacity. Where's my ship? Bam. And now we get to test out the mothership concept. Oh, do I have a way of decoupling? Do I have a do I have that hotkeyed? I know it's like Control K or Alt K. Crack open me a big red. I know Joshua's not watching, but this is for him. He would be. Oh. Okay. Let's bring it up so that the booty is near the mouth. Okay. Nope. Ah, there. Ship port's unlocked. That's the button. Okay, I do have it. Perfect. Nah, I'm good. I'm not serious. Okay. Alright. So we need to have memory. So we're going to take out these 2 empty pods. So they say 500 kilograms. Maybe there's a weight thing that'll tell us. There's 1. There's 2. 500 kilograms. Nope, there's no weight difference. Okay. So the only way we're going to be able to tell is because we're going to slowly stack it like so. And I fell. Okay, there's that one. Woo. Woo. Alright. What we're going to do, actually, is we're going to stack this one on top of that one. Bam, like that. That way we know exactly which ones we've already used. And then we just take our empties. Try not to get space sick and throw up. Let's move you up a little bit more. Bam. Where's my other one? There it is. Let's camouflage for a second. Just button it up. Did I press that? I did, okay. Oh. Locking ports. Alright. We already scanned that one. I pressed the wrong button again. Alright. We got an 1850 M type. Let's go for it. I forgot, I changed the boost. Look at this little guy. This little champ. I can definitely say that this is, for the price of being like slightly over a mil, this is definitely the ship to use if you want to get into mining, space mining. Because I think the prospect was like over 2 mil? It's like between 2 to 3 mil. Should be an M type, yep. That you're going to get yourself killed. It's going to be shameful. What do we got? Bug on this one? There might be a bug on this one. So I'm ridiculously close. Okay. Alright, we're gonna abandon this one. Oh, got more. Perfect. An E-type. Okay. Let's see what this bad boy has for us. This to be potentially easy. We got aluminum. Did I already scan this one? Alright. That's some bullshit. I don't want to do only aluminium. 10,000, that's salvage panels. Alright, let's go to this 1850. Speed it up by going to nav mode. And about 4 kilometers will kill it. Yep. M-type. Impossible. Great. I'm not gonna wait. You know, I'll test. I already know the answer, but I'll test. I'm at. If I surge, will it do it? Let's test it. No, we're not even budging on this. Yep. Okay, well, that was worth a try. There was another one. Where are you? It's 10,000, 1850. That is the only problem kind of with having a small ship like this versus trying to solo mine with a mole is you don't have the power. So maybe, you know, that's what I'll do next time. I'll do some solo mining with the mole, because the mole in space is a lot easier to maneuver than it on a planet, because you can get messed up. This bad boy is not wanting to register. I swear it's the same one. $12,000, that's salvage. Let's try this. You're 1900. The one thing that does suck about space is you can get turned around quite badly. Alright, we have positive scan. It's an easy. We got some lindenum and taurite. A lot of inert materials, but let's see if we can get us a couple of nice breaks. Alright, first things first, we need to lower that power. Lower, because I do not want to die. traction. Wow, look at that. Instantly. Caress it, caress it, caress it. Now we... just gotta monitor it. It's okay for a little bit of an overcharge. This window is horrible. Oh, what was that, Cetus? You don't? That's interesting. How do you get into the warehouse then? Or is this a bug thing? You lay down at the elevator door and you can... Oh, so it's a bug. It's not intended, but okay, so... Hey, that makes it easier. That's one less thing you have to worry about, I guess. Okay. Interesting. Good to know. If they ever fix the elevators, then when I go back... This is such bad inert materials. I'll try that. 36. I mean, maybe I need to just accept it. Yeah, I can just accept it. It's only a 2-hour-long session. I don't mind having a little bit of inert materials. Okay, so they were running it through the small elevator. I've seen people doing that. I just didn't have the patience for it. Yeah, I've seen people where they take the majority of the components, maybe not the large ones, but they go through the elevator and they just run it through the whole daggone thing. That's interesting to know about that. I haven't seen anyone talk about or show the whole lying prone. To be honest, there are only 2 to 3 components you can't get. Use your places, which would be worth the time. Yeah. Well, the contested zones, I would assume, would be the more ideal places to do that. You know, because, you know, one, their elevators, to my knowledge, work. But also, I mean, you can get not only the components and whatnot, but you can also get ships if you do the executive hangars as well. I think that's an asteroid too. Yeah, it's an E-type. lot better. Oh, it has a barrel in it. Okay. Yeah, but the other thing is, I mean, they're doing that with Wicklow, like you grind with Wicklow and everything else. So they're making they're never gonna make like their newer ships. They're just gonna make like a ship that you can buy in game, except for the Lightning. All those ships you can buy pretty much in game minus the Lightning, and of course the capital ships. All it is just the components. Like they come pre-equipped with the components and whatnot. So, and you're kind of doing it for the prestige of that. But with the potential wipe coming, it's not going to matter for anyone, really. See if I can just fluctuate the power just in there. That'd be nice. Oh, too much power. Tone it down, but tone it down. Very nice. Let's see if we got any good breaks. Ugh, quartz. I didn't even pay attention to that, did I? Oh, that's another break? Oh, that's annoying. That's not, though. Really, the only thing that's when it comes down to some of their ships, that at least they stopped selling, or they're supposed to stop selling the concepts now. That's a good thing. So they're still gonna sell their ships, but they're gonna at least, I'm hoping, they'll be like already in game at least. But we'll see. We shall see. There's lots of talk about, you know, what people are hoping is going to happen this year and early next year with the game, and with Squadron 42. Again, we shall see. I will not be holding my breath. I can assure you of that. I never bothered with the executive hangars just because, I don't know, the components, sure, I can understand farming the components, but I never cared for the actual ships. So, because they were literally the same ships you can buy in game. I can get a Taurus, I can get a whatever. You know, the only thing I couldn't get is a Lightning, which, in all honesty, I like the Lightning, and I would love to try a Lightning with nothing but ballistics, but I'm good. I like my Super Hornet. Can I fast travel? No. I went right on past it. I forgot to take the things off. Oh my gosh. By the time I get into the groove of this thing, it's gonna be time to end. I swear, that's how it always is. Need to disconnect my ports. Silly me. Ports are unlocked. Now I can get out. I stole an NPC salvage ship today and tried something. So salvage, I love salvage. That is my favorite gameplay loop. I was going to do that today, but I figured I'd just try mining and test out. I've never flown the Golem, and I've never used the whole mothership idea, but I love salvage. I understand, you know, right now it's not the most valuable commodity to be trading, but I mean, when you get to a certain point in the game where you really don't need to have much money, unless you're running capital ships or something crazy like that, which I don't. I don't have a capital ship at all. But I like salvage because it's like days to day. You know, you just want to sit back, sit back and relax and not really think of anything. Yeah. Yeah, some trades, especially mining, if you are one of those groups or orgs that can mass mine things. The real reason people are making bank is because of the duping system. That hasn't been addressed yet. That's the real thing that's really affecting the economy, I think. So duping, I'm not too familiar with it because I don't do it too much. I've done it before just to see what the hell it is, because I've to exploit certain bugs. But what it is say, alright, you have components on your ship. It could be any component, it could be a weapon system, whatever. What you do is you have it installed on your ship. You then take it off. You like unlock your ports like what I'm doing now, except for I paid for these. I didn't dupe these. I paid for these cargo things. And you can say you put them in your cargo hangar, you know, as if they were loot, and you can lower them in your cargo hangar and whatnot. Well, now that your ship has no weapons, you then shoot your weapon. You do some kind of damage to it, and then you do repair. And then all of a sudden, those weapons or those components that you took off prior to the damage and you stored away, they are duplicated onto the ship. Now you still have to pay for it. It's not like you're getting them necessarily for free. But it's for those components that are super rare. So the components that you can only get in executive hangars or in the warehouses of contested zones or in that Van Duel mission. You get those components, you put them on a ship, stock, you then turn off, or you take off the ports or whatever on your ship, you disable them, pull them off, put them in your hangar or your cargo elevator, lower it down, shoot your ship, repair, and it dupes it. And people will just do that over and over and over again. And then what they do either in the chat here or on like the UEX website, if you've ever been to that. They'll go on that and they will say, oh, who wants to buy it? 10 million AUC. You know, they'll do that with their rare items and whatever other loot they find, and people will pay it because they don't want to grind for it. So, supposedly CIG is going to do something to address that. I don't know. There's been talk about having it where items are more linked. So a lot of it is coming from the duping, but also there was a time, I don't know how long you've been playing, where they did the resource drive. I had played a little bit of it, but what it was is people were getting 12 million credits for doing a mission of like turning in what's it called, RMC and construction material. This is like about a year ago now, and you were getting crazy money. And people, if you had a reclaimer or you had an org, you could collect a crap ton of RMC and turn it in. That was one thing that people were doing. I didn't have a reclaimer at the time, so I couldn't do that. I had my vulture, so I was able to make a bit of money, but I wasn't able to make that much money. But this is also before they also changed the whole mechanic of salvage, where you had to like refine the construction material. But besides that, I mean, yeah, people make a lot of money from mining. The resources, if you look at mining, the only resources that are available that are high are the A tiers, and the S tier, like Quantanium. You have to be skilled to do that, so I'm not really against the mining. It's possibly the cargo hauling, you know, the trade where people are, you know, buying cheap, selling expensive. Some people do that to make lots of money, because you can make hundreds of thousands of credits in a single cargo run. And it could be cargo of like, I mean, just go on UEX and look at the different trade routes that they have, and you can see the profit margins that are projected. Whether or not they get them is different. I don't know. They are either grinding that much or there's something going on in the game. I can guarantee you it can't be from mining, and it's definitely not from normal salvage work. So there's some kind of loop that, or an exploit that's being done. I mean, one of the guys in my org, he's not really in my org, he's in the Discord that I'm a part of, or I joined for veterans. He had like 1 billion credits, and he gave me like 10 million for helping him with a mission. And he made it from duping. Now, like you said, there has to be a basis of where that money came from. Don't know where it came from, but that's where he was making it from. I know you can sell some components. I don't know if selling components in-game is as profitable as doing it like with other players. So the most millions I've ever had is like maybe 20 or so million credits, I think. And usually it doesn't stay in my pocket that long. Yeah, so unless they're doing like a crap ton of that duping, which the thing is, it costs money to dupe. It's not free. So I don't know where these people are making the money. It can't be from mining, because if you've done any of the mining gameplay, unless you sold nothing but Quantanium, you're that skilled and whatnot, it's not going to happen. button again. Now I know some people, what they do in orgs. I've never done this because I've never been part of an org that did this. Is, especially when they're streamers, sometimes they'll use the streamer as like the bank, and they'll use that as like put the funds in their accounts for some reason, like to help others. I've seen it when it comes down like we're saving money for a big mission. Never in the billions. It's usually like donate money or resources. Like they're saving up resources to do the Wicklow Idris or the Wicklow Polaris. I don't know if they're doing it where people are giving each other money. I don't know. I don't play very much with other people, so. After this run, I'm gonna try and do a projection of how much I'll making game from all this ore I'm gonna be mining, which I can just assume it's not gonna be a whole hell of a lot. I mean, I've thought about, like, that Van Duel mission. I mean, I clearly can do it by myself. Like, I could just one day spend, I don't know how many hours just soloing that and make maybe 30 mil in a day of just grinding and grinding. I wouldn't want to do that because that just seems boring to me. Bring it down. Thank you. Very nice. Right there in that sweet spot. Acceptable. That's a definite no-go on that one right there. Tell you what. It's acceptable. Deal with 70%, that's okay. We're not gonna fiddle with that bad boy. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. 6,000, that's salvage. Chilly up in here. Oh, my fleecy. One of the few things I'm glad I didn't turn into the military because I paid for it with my own money. I love this thing. wear it outside, but around the house, it's fantastic. Alright, we got an M-type. We got good tracking on it, or good scanning. We got an easy, and it's mostly Taurite. That's acceptable. Lower the power. Ba, 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 ba. I know what I should have done. I should have put on my music. Or Star System gameplay. Not my music, but there's a YouTube channel that makes like Star Citizen music. It's pretty interesting. Come on. Get up there. You're gonna spike, aren't you, you little bastard? Yep, you spiked. Back off, back off, back off, back off. Boom. Yep, just lost it. Ah. Son of a bitch. Well, at least I didn't get damaged. Must see the brighter things in life. 12,000, no. That's the one thing I kinda, there we go, 1900. I'm not a huge fan of 1720, what's that? 1720 is a S-type. Let's check it out. I haven't seen an S-type yet. The issue I have with mining is it does demand quite a bit of attention at times. So, and that's not even just for the Quantanium, which can explode while it's in your ship. But yep, that's an S-type. Let's see. Can I even possibly crack it? Impossible. Impossible. Okay, well, we're not gonna even bother with that bad boy. But I think you are a 1900. I might be able to crack open you. There we go. I pressed the wrong button. Okay. I gotta do something about that. I gotta get used to where my countermeasures are now. Oh, that's one that I already cracked. Might be time to load back into the old Crusader and find another hunting ground. Are you? As I said, what happens is you get turned around in these missions sometimes, and you do end up visiting the same place. That is why planet side mining is a little bit better. You have a better, you have terrain association of sorts. Wow, that's a need to break in. Oh, I guess not. Is that 100% inert materials? Really? I have never seen that in game. I have never seen a rock that requires fracturing that's 107 SCUs of inert materials. Wow. That's insane. 10,000, 1850. Really shouldn't be drinking soda this late, but it's only one. I didn't even see him there. Do we have a good one? Oh, this is one that's not wanting to read. Okay. Not gonna worry about it. And those are definitely debris. I know that for a fact from that makeup. I'm all alone, there's no one here beside me. That's an S-type, which I'm not going to risk wasting my time on that. Let's go fast in one direction and maybe that'll help. $1,700. Also, supposedly, I haven't tried this, but supposedly using gadgets a little bit easier on ground mining versus in space mining. I don't know if that's the case because I have not had much luck with using the gadgets. Ooh, a C-type. Well, I don't think we've touched one of these yet. Mostly quartz. I really don't want quartz, and it's only... Oh, it's a... Yeah, we're not going to worry about that. And since Nyx is so relatively new, and it doesn't have planets or a whole lot of different QT points, not exactly perfect. Easy to like quickly hop around. You're kind of stuck with either Levski or the two jump stations for now. Supposedly 4.6 is supposed to introduce several more space stations in Nyx, so that might be interesting. Scan capability on this bad boy? We do. It's 100%. Is this the 100% inert material again? No. Alright, we got stuff. We got stuff. Lowering power. I feel like maybe I should change my power setting to this knob. Might do that after this. you're able to sail. A bit of a spike. Okay, now time to feather it. That's a bit too much feathering there, but it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. We're good, we're good, we're good. That's not what I want to have happen. Back up. Okay. We're good. That's good, that's holding, that's nice. Very nice. Very nice. Almost had a negligent explosion. Watch, that would be the one that's the most... I know it's about to explode, but I addressed it. Haha. Okay, and we are full. Where's my boat? Oh, I need a more comfortable chair. This is killing my butt. Turn that off. Turn off cruise control. At the mothership. Flip around. There we go. Ship port's unlocked. Very good. We have the booty to the face. A little bit better. Alright. Okay. Put you. Stop floating around right there. You guys go right there. Should be fresh pods, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. It is to be expected. Oh, hello. Oh, that's why, because I have a server error. Of course. Oh, it was bound to happen. Shocker. I'm glad that these don't happen nearly as much as when the game first came out, but they are still such a pain in the ass at times. Remember when I first started playing this game, it was like you're guaranteed at least 2 or so of these. Yeah, I think, oh shoot, in the last month, I may have had 3 total server errors, maybe in the entire past month that I've been playing. Yeah, when it happens during a mission, that's when it's like, "Rrr." And that's why I'm thinking, like, after this, if it spawns me back, I might call it after this, because I don't want to risk losing my cargo. That's the problem with playing an alpha. Oh, yeah. 3 mil, yeah. When I first started playing and I was seeing how people were making millions from doing the trade stuff, like, they would buy X amount of some resource and then, yep, bought loads of commodities. You go to another place and something happens and boom, just gone. I was doing salvaging and because I had an error when I was loading my C2 with the construction material to take it to a refinery. I had a bug and I lost about 1 million worth of RMC in my C2. I'm like, fantastic. But that's the thing. Yeah, people that love this game love it despite the errors. Oh, something happened. Colors. Oh, there we go. They love it despite those errors. So, I mean, see, now this pulls out. Nice. Very nice. And that pod that I did connect is not connected anymore. See? Kind of like what you were saying. See, I wasn't playing this game in 2018. I only started in 2024. Yeah, the year I retired. I mean, I've known about this game since it started, but I didn't give it any attention until yeah, last year. As it, people will stick with it. Oh no, bugs have never gone away. And the thing is, like with a lot of MMOs, they can be janky. I mean, nothing like this, but they're also not an alpha state. But okay, I'm gonna order this up a little bit. Put you in the back, just because you are causing me concerns. Like I said, when I first started playing, at the tail end of 24, it's like November 24, it was horrendous bugs. I can only imagine what it was before then. But like right now, I think if I am to be honest, like I can play usually a good couple hours and not encounter any significant bugs. But when they do have reoccurring bugs like the ones for that Vandal mission, or like what you were saying where cargo just disappears, or your ship just all of a sudden blows up, or whatever, it can put a dampener on things. There we go. I mean, I'm looking forward to, supposedly in 4.6, they're going to actually have mining missions and salvage missions besides the ones that you have to, like the salvage missions that you have to pay for, supposedly. And they're going to have the Levski missions. So, yeah. That's the thing. They keep on adding content, which I do like, but they need to stabilize the hell out of this game. They really do. Yep. I was watching a, I don't know who he was, but some YouTuber showing, like, I guess he's been following the game since it started, and the difference in everything is amazing, but it's still a buggy-ass game. Make sure I put in the right ones. Okay, I'm sitting at 32. And you know what? We kept on going to the front of the ship. Let's go to the tail end. I'm going to risk it for the biscuit. I got another 30 minutes. Let's try and fill up this bad boy at least. And then we can call it for the night. But, yeah. And that's why, like, my buddies, Tim, I don't know if you're still paying attention, we started playing this game kind of together, and they couldn't hang with the bugs, and I don't blame them for it. I really don't, you know. Maybe once in 5 years, maybe, when 1.0 finally gets dropped, maybe. But I think one of the things that you mentioned earlier, Stevens, that I actually really agree with, and I have thought about this, is once they drop, like, they can't rely solely on ships to be their source of income. They have to do something as a company financially to make it so that the game brings them money. Like, and I know this sounds absolutely horrible to say, and I'm just saying it because to me it makes sense. It has to be like some of the other games, like WoW, or what's the other one? Final Fantasy 14, where it's subscription. I don't like that idea. I like the idea that you buy a game once and you can just freaking play it, but I mean, Call of Duty and all these other games have learned that they're gonna milk players for money. So instead of subscription, they just say, oh, if you want to get this tier, or this ship, or this, that, or whatever, pay us some money. If you want to get access to a ship 3 months early, or so, 4 months early maybe. Pay us some money. Oh my gosh. I had to have cracked this before. There's no way there's... Yeah, these are all broken already. I'm not gonna mess with those because they're probably shite rocks, aren't they? Oh, there's a proper needs to be broken rock, and then there's a couple. Alright, let's test this out. Let's see what this is all about. 100, and it's a medium. I can do that. Dude, what the hell? Did this... Oh, that's another fracture. Okay. This is just a huge cluster. I'm not gonna bother with that rock. Definitely not bothering with that one. Maybe. Alright, let's F around and find out. This is a medium. Getting to that sweet spot. I don't know. I mean, I know a lot of people compare this game at times, especially like, you know, the economies and some of the gameplay features, like to Eve Online. I never played that game, but I'm assuming that's probably subscription based too. Like, to maintain servers and all, like, they have to make money somehow, and they can't base it all off of freaking Squadron 42, which, I mean, that's been in development God knows how long. Raise power. I mean, don't get me wrong. If they can deliver on Squadron 42, whether it's this year or next, but maintain, like, the borderline cinematic graphics that they're using, it'll be a fantastic game, I think. But, again, once this game, once just Star Citizen in general starts getting towards 1.0, like, how are they going to maintain money? Because the mass players are not going to be willing to, you know, shill out hundreds of dollars for a ship, especially ships that aren't, like, fully implemented. Like, all the gameplay is not fully implemented in said ship. They're just not. They're going to expect the ships to be 100% ready to go, no bugs. And they can't deliver that right now. I mean, the Apollo series, they were supposed to be, I don't know if it was both the triage and the medevac. Oh my gosh, I'm going to mess up this rock, aren't I? But they were supposed to have it where there's, like, drones to go down. I mean, there's no medical recovery real gameplay. Whether for NPCs or for players. And again, the ships that they're selling that are supposed to do that feature don't have everything. Ah, yep. Well, at least you did. It's kind of smart. You didn't, like, you know, spend thousands and thousands of dollars. Well, maybe. I don't know. I just know that right now, it's the only space sim game that I've played that I liked. I tried No Man's Sky. Did not care for it. Not my thing. Yeah, hey. I mean, it saves a lot of people. What they do is they'll spend money on, like, you know, they'll buy, every year they would buy, like, a couple little ships, like an Arrow or a Gladius or what have you. I'm gonna let this thing cool down a little bit. And then they melt them, or whatever it's called, whatever the term is, and then they can use the proceeds to buy a bigger ship. Because you can, like, the ships you can buy that you spent real money on, you can, I guess, melt them in the RSI shop and then put the credit towards a bigger ship. That's what a lot of people do. I don't know. I don't see an end either, especially with, I honestly think they're just filled with good idea fairs. Like, oh, we want to do this and this and this and this, and they still just can't stabilize it. Why are you not even... Let me see if I can get a different angle on this dangle. Why are you... There we go. This rock is a bitch and a half to crack. I think I'm gonna risk it a little bit. If you're talking about, I have like the Surge, but I've had bad luck with the Surge, and I have a Focus 3 on this one. The problem with the Surge, and I'll show you this, is you really need to use it for, this is not so much that you need more power, I just need more finesse, and I need a bigger window. Because the Surge does this, and it just explodes your power. So if you're not getting enough power, you use it. And now I'm stuck on that. Let's not use that anymore. Because right now I'm using a Surge module for if the rock was too powerful, and then I have a Focus, which lowers my power, but increases the window. Power. More. Too much! I'm about to give up on this rock because this thing's going to be the death of me, I know it. And it's still going. Yeah, this is going to explode. Back up, 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 back up. Well, the good thing is we still have other asteroids in the area. The thing is, I'm flying the Golem, and the Golem isn't exactly known for the most finesse. It supposedly has a high instability, which a YouTuber I watch said it's not ideal for mining in Nyx. I just wanted to test the whole mothership concept. That's all. Because I don't have a capital ship, so I can't use a Polaris or an Idris. And I haven't saved up enough money, and I can't justify getting a, what's it called, a Carrack. So tiny. Oh god, I'm just gonna die, aren't I? I've never... Yep, there it goes. I never used the Carrack. Oh yeah. Well, because it's an explorer ship. There's no exploring in this damn game. The only thing that's good about it right now is literally what I'm doing right now, where you have it as the mothership, and you put a mining vessel or a salvage ship in it, and then you just go out, mine, and you can put the cargo in the cargo bay. That's it. That's all it is good for, in my opinion. Let's try this one. Be a little bit gentler. Lower that power a lot. You might not be able to fit a prospector in it, but I think you can fit a golem in it. Because the golem's tiny. I mean, I fit this into the C2. And then the new salvage ship, the Salvation, the RSI Salvation, that's tiny as well. Well, so does the Carrack. It has the top hanger. Yeah, it has the 3 modules because it's supposed to be where those modules also can swap out for different functions, which that's gameplay is also not in there. No. I don't know how this ship compares to the Pisces. I know it's tiny. And we're just gonna... Wow. I think I've seen video footage of this going into... But most of the video footage has been for the... Maybe. I know this fits into some interesting ships. Because people fit this thing into the daggone... the non-hangar bay of the Polaris. I've dabbled in this area way too long. $8,000. $850. Boy, what are you doing? See, this is an impossible one. Let's test to see if the surge works on it. It doesn't have as high. Let's see. I have serious doubts about this. If I can get a smidgen of a feed on this. Yeah, I'm not even getting a smidgen. Use the surge, it won't work, I'm sure. Oh, yeah, there it is. Not enough though, I can guarantee you. Now if I brought up my prospector or my mole, I could probably crack this, but not with this guy. Not with that guy. Hopes and dreams. like to at least fill up this one load. Oh, someone's ship. Well, if I had a salvage vessel, I might look into it, but I don't. And I think I messed up my target. Is there absolutely nothing out here? There we go. 8,000 net salvage. What is this? 1850. I'm gonna laugh. No, it should show if it was something I already scanned. I'm gonna laugh if it's the same one I just did. I did. Oh my lord. Oh my Lanta. Don't worry, girl. We're going to bed soon. Scan this one yet. It's an impossible, of course. Why wouldn't it be? Alright. I say I'm gonna call it and let's head to the refinery. Where's my ship? There's my ship. I think the Prospector probably would be a better one to use. It just has more power. And you can put a different header on it with more modules instead of just the two. You can put, I think the one I have now is a Hofstede with 3 modules. So, yeah. Well, that's what we'll do next time. The only thing is I have no ship that'll fit in. That requires a Polaris / Idris. So there's going to be some back and forth on that. And whilst I do this, beep, beep, beep. Stop moving. Disconnect ports. Yep. And let's get out and unload this bad boy. Because I really don't want to deal with taking this ship. I want to kind of keep the Golem in here. I might fart around with it a little bit more, get more adjusted to mining. Pardon me. I just never did much of the mining gameplay. I just wanted to test it out. I was in Levski. You can buy a Golem for a couple milli. I do like it. It's just my skills are not that of a miner just yet. I don't have the patience or the attention. Put those right there. Oh my gosh, did I not push this up far enough? I didn't. That's why. Silly goose. Oh, too far. Ooh. Hey, Rick, how's it going? Catch me right when I'm wrapping up the mish. I'm glad you're here. Hopefully everything's going well with you down over there. Just been doing some space mining. Well, trying to. Doing a shit job at it, but nah. Bam. Ah, nice. Alright, cargo is loaded. Let us test out. Like, how, with those cargo pods there, can I still fit this bad boy in? I wonder. Experimentation time. For science! Yoink. Oh, whoa, whoa. God, this thing's so nimble at times. Keep on forgetting that. Lowering landing gear. Gently. Oh. I haven't played GTA Online in God knows how long. After GTA... San Andreas? Yeah, that was like the last GTA I really enjoyed.
Landing complete. Launch complete.
I dabbled with online a little bit and I just did not care for it. Granted, I also didn't care for the game in general. I don't know what it is, but it is. Nothing against the game, just my boys and I tried playing it. Same thing with Red Dead Redemption. Just couldn't stay in it. Beautiful game, beautiful graphics, expansive area, but just no. Alright, so you can fit it in. So I could fit in, if I really wanted to, a lot more. Okay. Alright. So if I want to do mining, I might have to change the schedule up so I'm in a little bit sooner, because to do 10 of those, unless I... Yeah, I don't know.
Crusader Industries, a journey worth taking. Systems on.
Turn that off.
Shields off.
We didn't even go that far from Levski. It's right there. Now let's try and quantum with a ship inside our plane.
Quantum travel.
Literally like a little me. Inching my way slowly. Alright. I have no idea how much resources I got, but we'll see. I know. We're not gonna... God, I love the ship. It's gonna be so sad to see her go. And this is the closest I got to a proper, like, carrier type ship. Yeah, none of my friends play it, so we played it for literally like maybe a month, and then they all changed it up. So, and honestly, Escape from Tarkov has been the one game that they have been rather consistent with playing. That, and I already forgot the damn name of it. It's golf. It's golf, which I thought I would hate, but I actually enjoy. I think it's just because we're old. You get up there in the 40s, and golf somehow makes sense. I don't know why. It never made sense to me, but now, granted, I can only play when I have a few drinks in me. Not gonna lie. Where's my hangar? Is it that one? Oh no, it's deeper down. I haven't gone into a hangar like this yet. Oh my. Oh may. Don't kill me, game. Please. I have cargo. I don't want to lose it. Is that it? Are these large? These are large hangars. Okay. I turned 40 this year, Rick. I'm old. And you ain't no spring chicken either, buddy. Alright, let's...
Look, I'm sorry, but you waited too long to land, so I had to give it away.
No, you didn't. Don't do this to me, game. Don't call me trespasser yet. If I lose my loot here, I'm going to cry myself to sleep. Okay. Okay. Whew. I was afraid I was going to get like a trespassing thing and lose my shit again. Power off the engines. Yeah, 35. Ricky, I remember you as a little boy. You're a whopping 5 years younger than me, bruh. And let's not forget you have a teenage daughter, so you've aged more because you have children. I aged more because I'm a prior military. But those things age you more. So. And I'm sure your mother, your aunt, our entire family can attest to that. Uh-oh. See? We already have a glitch. We have a glitch. Alright, we have this tractor beam. Always carry a spare tractor beam. Whew. I was doing a salvage mission a little while ago just because I wanted to test it out in Nix. And I only had one tractor beam on me. And fucking game bugged out. And I lost pretty much everything. It's like, yay, happy times. I was telling Zebus the people that stick with this game, there are people that, like him, started the game early on and kind of drifted away after a while because it's just the lack of progress. Me, I'm more of a recent player. Despite the bugs, I don't know why. I enjoy it. I enjoy it. It's definitely not meant for everyone. For a minute there, I thought I was going to get another server error and I was going to lose my shit. I was going to become a very unchristian man. It is. I mean, you know, it's one of those things where me not being a game developer, I can say all sorts of things. I don't know all the complexities of developing a game, running a multi-million-dollar company, almost billion-dollar company, all that stuff. Like, so I can sit here on my throne or my drafting chair and say what they should be doing, but it it is. I've tried other space sims. I tried, it was No Man's Sky. I played it for like a couple hours. The only thing I liked about No Man's Sky was I could play it on my Steam Deck. So like when I'd go on missions, I could be playing a space sim while on the airplane. That was the only thing I liked about No Man's Sky, because I don't think you could play this on us. Well, you can't. Not on airlines. Now, if they ever come out with Squadron 42 for this game, since that's a single-player only game, could that operate on a handheld? That's a question. I doubt it, but that's a question. Yeah, I think when I got into this game, it was 2024, it was tail end of it. And I just wanted a spaceship game, and I was so meh about Starfield, and because that was no. I think there's only a couple other space sim games that are good, but I don't know. I haven't looked into them enough to be able to give any good opinions on them besides No Man's Sky. But this game has been out for way too long for it to be this buggy still. But I still love it. It's like that child that just disappoints you. It's like being in a toxic relationship. They keep on disappointing you, telling you they're going to get better, and they just don't. But you stick with them. I don't know why. That's Cloud Imperium Gaming, RSI. Yeah, that's Star Citizen. Heck, that's starting to become gaming in general. A lot of these games have been garbage, even these AAA games, and they just like, you'll like it. You'll still come back to us. I mean, that's probably why I've started kind of turning into enjoying D&D and tabletop games a little bit more. They're not perfect, and you have to kind of play those with multiple people, but it's at least interesting. Let's see how much I got, and let's do a projection of the money I made for spending a little over 2 hours. Let's see. Because if it's a minuscule amount, I'm going to laugh. Well, at least Project Zomboid, that is at 1.0 at least. Right? Yeah, that's at 1.0. They do keep on adding things to it, because I know with they had multiplayer, then they kind of lost it with the patch. I don't know, it was some weird stuff. Oh, I'm an idiot. It's right over there. I forgot these Nyx hangars are so different from Stanton and Pyro. Yeah, I tried getting my friends into Project Zomboid. Nope. When it started off with the multiplayer, yeah, nope. It was too complicated for them. I don't want to say complicated, but it was just like tedious. I always scroll down, even though I don't need to. Alright, let's see. What does Regolith Survey Corps say for my calculator for this work order? Yeah, go down. And this is the other reason why I like salvaging is you don't have to worry about multiple different types of ores. It does. It definitely does, but it is fun. I haven't touched it in a while. It's like one of those games, like, for me, every blue moon, I get an itch for it. I play it for a while, and then I stop for several months. Same thing with, like, Farming Sim 25. I was hardcore into that game for a while, and then I stopped.
Capsule now approaching station.
I don't know why there's a body
Stand
over
clear
there,
of
but
disembarking passengers. The capsule will be leaving the station momentarily.
look at that. That is just so beautiful. I swear if my computer was a little bit more powerful, maybe it'd actually look better. Don't worry, my little war machine. I'm not going to completely replace you. You'll be used for something different. One more level. And we're done.
Momentarily.
Please follow designated routes and refrain from approaching the tanks.
That's ore sales we want to refine. Yes. And the good thing about Nyx is look at all those positives. There's a bonus to everything, unlike all the other places. Alright, Levski. Set up work order. Alright. Time to do attempt to do some math.
But I guess there's no accounting to do.
Well, we're obviously going to do the Dynix system for every thing minus the whatever. Good quote.
Safety
Whoa.
notice.
Safe.
Please follow designated routes and refrain from approaching the tanks.
Sometimes these consoles are just so annoying. Links. So work order. Links for every. There we go. So. Star Citizen. SC Trade Tools. Best Buy. Alright, we're looking at 20 Torite. $48K.
What's new with you?
That's gonna be about three
Safety notice.
three Lindum,
Please follow
whatever that is.
designated routes and refrain from approaching the tanks.
Pound sec.
You're fucking kidding me. Lindenum?
Council got hit in a
3 of that 72,000 credits?
test straight after the funeral. That's 2 more.
62,000 in Nyx, but damn, okay.
What's next?
And these are kind of too small to really care about. What is?
Supposedly we run out of the supply down
Just-
over in G7, and the entire thing was ransacked.
Accuracy, I'm curious
To the
about
alliance,
that.
one thing will just steal
And I'll get about maybe 17 or so of that. That's also another. Okay, so a couple 100,000 for 2 hours worth of work.
someone gets there to run. Not when there's so many other options.
That's not horrible.
Safety notice. Please follow
I approve
designated
of the
routes
Oni mask,
and
my
refrain
friend.
from approaching
Yes.
the tanks.
Alright. Well. That was a rough mission. I needed to set more time aside since I didn't even get to fill up all my modules, but what have we learned? The idea of the mothership is great, but the Golem is a bit of a finicky ship. That instability that it has, and you can't change the header on it, it's just not I can agree why SC Hauler said it's not the best ship to use in Nyx at the time being. So I think next time I do mining, I might use the Prospector, and I'll just accept the fact that I will have to come back and forth to unload. And I'll just have to accept that. So. Other than that, Rick, Sebus, Tim, and whoever else is watching, thank you very much for joining me tonight. It was a short stream. It's just meant to be a relaxing one. Maybe next Sunday I'll either do more mining with the Prospector or I'll do some salvage work. The next stream is scheduled to be Friday. I'm making a shot here, but no. Is next Friday, and that's going to be solely a combat focus. Buddy, you're missing my shot. I mean, I like your outfit. It's sexy. Oh my god, people. But next Friday, combat focus. Hopefully another hotfix will come around and it'll be a little bit better. And, you know, I mean, because we're not going to see 4.6 until probably end of the month towards February. So hopefully they can get some hotfixes. Sebus, maybe I'll test out that idea just to see if it works. I don't know. But Friday will be combat. Next Sunday will be some kind of industrial. If I have a spur of creativity or anything like that, or just I get bored, I might stream a little bit earlier, but those are definitely the hard scheduled times. So thank you all for being here. Hopefully you have a great week, and may God bless. Love y'all.